name is Jeffrey Thornton. I'm an audiovisual technician. I live in the San Diego area. To be completely honest, the interview had gone completely well, and it was almost a guarantee until at the very end they brought up a dress code. And that's when things kind of went sideways. The very last part of the interview, that's when it was brought up. It wasn't directly said like, oh, you got to get rid of that hair. It was just we have a dress code policy and we have a hair length requirement. How do you feel about that? And my hair is down right now. It was a little bit shorter at the time, but I had it down in the interview. Usually when I'm on a work floor, especially in audiovisual, I'll usually tie my hair up in a bun or something like that. I did ask, like, okay, so how would you feel if I had my hair tied up? And then it was stated to me like, oh, if you follow the dress code policy, you shouldn't have to tie your hair up. So it was a little sneak. It was a little immediately at that point, it was pretty much a non-negotiable for me. I wasn't going to do that. So because I knew that the Crown Act existed, I just pretty much left and started making some calls to see who could help with that.
I've spent quite a bit of my life in the hair salon. My Medea, my mother's mother, did hair for 35 years. So my entire life, I saw the transformation happen, specifically amongst Black women. I know so many women who come into the salon on Saturday, they might have worked all week. They might have worked a double or a triple, or, people who are doctors and they have had to keep their scrub hats on for so many days that week. But coming to the salon, like, they get to get, their hair washed and get a scalp massage and, pick out a new style if they want to, or do their same old style, but they're going to leave and have a different kind of confidence. Growing up and watching people in a salon, I saw the difference between people and they're like, oh, I'm getting my everyday hairstyle for, the next 2 or 3 weeks versus getting like their special going out special event hair. And I don't think that we as Black women always realize it, but we are such examples for Black girls. And the idea that like you have to straighten your hair or press your hair for special occasions was definitely something that I started to catch on to. And so that's, I think, part of the reason, like, I haven't straightened my hair in almost 10 years. And so when it's special occasions, I have an afro or I have twists, and the ability to show little Black girls, like, you can wear your natural hair when you get awards and when you graduate and when you go to prom. And like those things is something I hold really close to my chest for sure.
That's nice.
You need to keep it going. You need to keep it going because this is really important. This is really important. What you're talking about, the knowledge that you have, keep educating yourself. It's really important. Okay, all the babes coming up and talking on it. It's kind of like it.
Shout out to all the Black queens in the building.
Yeah!
Its standards are just know that you're beautiful, and people like me, when we see you, we see magic.
That person could do was go to whoever the authority was, and that authority went against them and went for me.
Of our hair, how has that affected our community?
We control the cool of the free world. It caused us to be divided. Things. It's like, how do you say?
Problems with my own hair. Like, I have to put mousse, I have to put chemicals.
Right, because you
my hair
flat. You're trying to make it rise, right?
How should we go about working through our platform, building our businesses? Me as a model, it's hard for me to go to castings and they're asking for me to have my hair slicked back and I'm walking around with forced hair. What are some tips and advice for us?
I don't know how it happened. For me, it happened by mistake. Because I wasn't trying to be an influencer. I wasn't trying to do anything but be who I was and share what I do so that I can help people in the world heal. Be who you are, yo. Be who you are. Don't look at nobody else and don't ask for permission.
Hi everybody, my name is Courtney Williams and I am the founder and owner of the Curl Conqueror. Curl Conqueror was created kind of accidentally, unintentionally, and I think that's how a lot of people start businesses and stuff. They come to fill a void, or they see something in their life where they want a solution for, and that's pretty much how the Curl Conqueror got started. My mom would do my hair growing up, and I wasn't in love with the style, so I really taught myself how to do hair, and that was pre-YouTube, pre-anything like that, any platform that teaches you how to do hair, none of that existed. So it was pretty much DIYing to the max, and I just got better, and over time started gaining my own clientele in elementary school and just started doing hair from there. And then when I was in college, God told me the name, and that's my story in short. So the community that I hope to foster inside of the salon is anyone who's open to or already embracing their natural hair. So that could be young people, older people, males, females, non-binary, it doesn't matter. Just as long as you want to see some curls, I got something to give you.
Have you ever fallen asleep getting your hair done?
Oh yes, there's nothing more relaxing than getting your hair done, somebody playing in your hair. I've fallen asleep several times getting my hair done. My mom would go to get her hair done, and I remember just being that little girl just watching everybody and everything. They were probably like, who is this private investigator in here? Because I was just always so infatuated with the movement of the salon, how they do things, how long it takes them, where does the client go next, where does the stylist go when the client's under the dryer. Oh, they have another client. I was just always infatuated with the process of the salon. Tender-headed, my definition of that is just being, it hurts when you get your hair done, or it hurts when you get certain styles. And sometimes, like growing up, I would just think it was a thing for like children who didn't know how to sit still during the style, and they were just really anxious. But now that I'm a professional, I know that it's a real thing. Like adults are tender-headed. And I've had times too where certain people have done my hair. I don't know if they're heavy-handed or I'm just tender-headed, but yeah.
This is the Q&A part of the closing event. We're just gonna ask all of the audience members to ask any questions. My name, first of all, is Margot Hannah. I came up with the idea for Tender-Headed, I'd say like how long was that? When we sat down? Probably like 2 years. 2 years ago? Probably 2.5 years. Yeah, like 2 years. It was like 3 years ago we sat down. If you can imagine like what was going on during that time when we had like a lot of conversation through social media about Black women and hairstyles being appropriated and things like that. The idea is that when Black women express themselves through their hair, it can be ridiculed, it can be seen as a negative thing, but when someone of another race wants to use these same hairstyles, it's kind of seen as, it's glorified. So I feel like this was just the perfect way to start a conversation about these hairstyles, and to also just normalize Black women to just show my culture, show how I grew up. I grew up from over town. If you know where that's at, you know. So this is how the girls growing up, how they look. So I just wanted to just show my appreciation for what it was like growing up for me. And I wanted Black women to see themselves through these images. So that's just my spiel on Tender-Headed. To my left is Photothy Estrus Telesma. He's the photographer who brought this to life. Like without him, this wouldn't be anything. His eye is incredible. So, yeah. And then to the right is Farron. She is the director of Liberty. So, if you want to talk about something that no one else can decode. It's like a personal thing. If you know it, if you've lived it, then it'll resonate with you. So when he says that, it's like, okay. Yeah, that was literally me growing up. I used to dance, so when I saw it film, I was like, oh my God, this is me. So. And then shout out to Terrence, who was the first AC on Liberty, who will be the DP on the future of Liberty. Shout out to Carla.
Good shit.
Where's Carla?
You